are going to walk through a classic Microsoft SQL Server privilege escalation. We start with a low privilege application account and end up with sysadmin rights by abusing a trustworthy database. First, we check whether a SQL Server is actually listening on the default port. We run nmap -p1433, which is the port, against the target IP. So the output shows that port 1433 is open and it identifies Microsoft SQL Server service. Let's change the directory to where our word lists reside. So we're gonna go to desktop. Next, we look for valid credentials. We use netexec to spray common usernames and passwords against the Microsoft SQL service. So, well, as you can see, it quickly finds a hit, the account developer with the password CQURE6. With working credentials, we now check which databases have trustworthy set to on. This setting is the most important condition for the attack we are about to perform. We run a simple query through netexec. And there we go. And see that the databases named MSDB and CQLab has trustworthy enabled. Let's check whether our user has DB owner permissions on any of the databases that has trustworthy enabled. So we run the query, and as you can see, MSDB returns 0 for trustworthy, meaning that it's not enabled. So let's run the query again, and CQLab returns 1. Therefore, it means that trustworthy is enabled. Now we move to an interactive session. We launch impacket MS SQL client with the developer credentials. Once connected, we switch to the CQLab database and check our current privileges. System user is developer and sysadmin membership is 0. That means we are low privilege user. This is where escalation happens. We create a stored procedure that runs with execute as owner because the database is trustworthy and owned by SA, and because we have DB owner, so the procedure executes on the context of SA. Inside the procedure, we add our login developer to the sysadmin server role. So let's run another query, and we execute the procedure. We check again. System user is still developer, but sysadmin membership is now 1. All right. So in just few seconds, we went from an ordinary application developer to full sysadmin on the server. This path works because of 3 misconfigurations present at the same time. Trustworthy is turned on for the database owner is SA or another sysadmin account, and our login has DB owner inside that database. Hopefully you enjoyed our hacks. Please leave a comment and tell us how we are doing. And as always, see you in another episode. Stay secure.